Just a few thoughts about Confederacy Part 14. In Part 14, the dissension continued to grow. Fort Donelson had surrendered, and Jefferson Davis's administration was being scrutinized by the press. At that time, a reporter by the name of Edward Pollard had written a book called The First Year of the War, and the papers that were in the forefront during the Civil War was the Enquirer, the Examiner, and the Mercury. Now, some of the reporters were supportive of Jefferson Davis's administration, but quite a few were not. And the Civil War had a constitution, basically the same constitution that the United States of America had, which gave freedom of the press. And they were using that freedom. And there was a lot of negative things being said about Jefferson Davis and his handling of the war. And I think this is mentioned in the next portion to come up, or one of the portions before this one, but I'm going to kind of mention it here. Even the speculators, now we're not talking about cotton, we're talking about foodstuffs, grain, corn, and a lot of this was destined to be provisions for the Army. And the Army was being supplied, the Confederate Army was being supplied by substandard provisions. And that was causing a lot of dissension among the people. And also, too, and I'm probably jumping ahead, but I'm going to go ahead and do it. When they adopted the Conscription Act, I think they had a provision in there. If you had the money, you could hire someone to serve your term in the Army. And this was causing some dissension, which it's understandable that it would. So you can see almost impossible hurdles and obstacles to overcome for the Confederacy. As we continue this study, I hope you enjoy these commentaries, which will probably give you a chance to kind of get a highlight of each portion, because it's becoming quite lengthy, and I'm sure that most of you folks don't have the time to devote to this. But if you want to kind of, and I'm starting to make this one a little lengthy, and I'm going to need to cut it off, but I'll try to highlight in these comments on the portion, so that way you can kind of jump through, and if you see something that you like or you want to go into a little more detail, I'll always give a link back to the portion where it was mentioned. Well, that's my comments. Thank you very much for listening. Have a good day. We'll see you. Bye-bye.